As the world prepares for another 4 years of a Donald Trump White House, many wonder how it will be different from the first. But when it comes to the president-elect, only a handful of people have been in the inner fold.
Yeah, from one of his closest allies to now his biggest critic, our next guest lasted 11 days as his spokesman before the relationship turned sour.
Former White House Communication Director Anthony Scaramucci joins us now live from Washington, D.C. Anthony, great to see you. Okay, so you were pretty confident of a Kamala Harris win. Where do you think it went so wrong, or is it just that Donald Trump did so right?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for upgrading me to his biggest critic. I didn't realize it was his biggest. I mean, we had John Kelly out there calling him a fascist, but I appreciate the promotion. I guess, you know, what I was saying to you guys at the break, I think the Latino community was underrepresented in their polling, but what was fascinating, he got 46% of the women. And, you know, a lot of people were thinking, there was a great meme out there where a dad was looking down at his daughter, and the daughter was saying, who are you going to vote for, Dad? And he said, I'm voting for you. But what actually happened is it was a mom and a son, because when they did the exit polling, it became very clear that the women were completely frustrated with the woke culture and the process of scolding and canceling people. And I think you guys probably know this, but white males in this country, age 18 to 36, have a 33% more likelihood of committing suicide than any other demographic group. And I think the women are responding to that with this poll. This was a rebuke of that culture. There were economic issues, certainly inflation issues, but I think that's the thing that caught people like myself off guard, and we were surprised by it.
So they're talking about the bro vote, aren't they? That targeted young men in podcasting, etc., and Barron Trump being the secret weapon in that regard. I mean, he ran a great campaign in 2016. Everyone said it was revolutionary. What about this time around for Donald Trump? I mean, the differences in his campaigning, it worked.
No question. And he did a couple things that none of us gave him a fair shake on, and that was when he moved into Madison Square Garden, which was a blue state. No one thought he was going to win New York, or he moved out to California. Same thing. Yet it had a very powerful effect on the under ballot. So senators, 53 of them now, looks like he's going to get the House as well once everything is tabulated. And more important than both those things, there's great symbolism in him winning the popular vote. So no Democrat can get on your show and say, well, he just won the Electoral College and it's antiquated and he lost the popular vote. He didn't lose the popular vote. He won that as well. And so as elections go in the U.S., these are close elections, but this is as good of a landslide as you can get for somebody. And listen, I am a critic of his. I stand alongside of 40 of my colleagues who witnessed behavior inside the White House that we would suggest was disqualifying. And that would also include his former vice president, by the way, who did not endorse him. And so, you know, I stand here worried. But the flip side of it is I'm a gentleman. He won fair and square, and I wish him great success. I offered my congratulations to him and Elon Musk, and I wish him great success, and they executed a fantastic campaign.
Okay, so there has been predictions that there will be no guardrails this time around. So a second presidency looks a lot different. His first presidency, he was successful in about 25% of his promises. Another 25% he compromised on. Is he going to be able to get more done because of this mandate that he's got, or is he going to be completely unhinged?
Well, you know, listen, you know, he's going to get a lot done. He's got the House, he's got the Supreme Court, he's got the Senate. And so the question is, what is he actually going to get done? If he's going to fulfill promises like deporting people, that will cripple the economy. That, you know, even he's talking about 15 million people being deported, but even a 2 million person deportation would be $88 billion of cost to the taxpayers. It would crush our GDP, and it would reduce our tax revenues as well as our Social Security trust revenue. So that would be really bad. If he props up tariffs, it won't even be just the U.S. that goes into recession, but I think he could tip off a global recession. So I'm hoping that he gets things done that are positive and are healing and unifying. But there's a lot of messages that he promised that are disconcerting. One of them is, and I'm not making this up, I'm going to use the American military against my political adversaries. And so, and him suggesting that there's an enemies list and he plans on going down that list and seeking retribution against those people, which of course is a violation of their constitutional right to free speech. So we'll have to see what he does. There will be some guardrails, though. Someone like Susie Wiles, a very smart, very capable person. If she is the chief of staff, we'll have to see how long she can last in that job. There are other people that I think will return. Mike Pompeo is a safe pair of hands. He may end up being the Secretary of Defense. So we'll see. But, if you get that job, there's going to be pressure on you to make some moral compromises along the way for the president, and I think that's very dangerous.
As you know, better than anyone. Anthony Scaramucci, thank you so much for your commentary, and not just today, but in the build-up to the whole campaign and beyond. We appreciate your time.
Okay, thank you guys. Good morning. Great to be on with you.
Yeah, great.